Okay, little VidCon update. I officially have a room, time, and date for my workshop. My workshop will be on Friday, July 24th from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at room 205. And the workshop is called Lights, Camera, Caption. Credit to my boyfriend for thinking of that. So if you were planning to come to my closed captioning workshop, that's all the info that you need to know. Write it down, and if you haven't registered for VidCon yet, go do that. Now that that is settled, I am now doing little videos to help prep me for what I want to talk about in my workshop, starting with this one. So as you know, and if you haven't known, I've been emailing, tweeting, and sometimes handwriting letters to a plethora of YouTubers, telling them and asking them that they need to start closed captioning their videos. Sometimes I'll leave a comment under their video telling or asking them to closed caption their videos. Like when Ashley Mardell announced her little project, I asked her to closed caption a video. When Veronica made a video about skincare, I asked her to closed caption her video because these are important videos that have information, not just comedic videos. And sometimes after I leave a comment, I get a video from either the creator themselves or the viewer, or a viewer, telling me that I should, or that there should be a CC button between this and that on the video, and that should give me the captions, as if I haven't tried that before already, before I left a comment. But I don't get fussy with it. I just say something like, well, you know, I'm a deaf vlogger that advocates for better closed captioning or some closed captioning at all on YouTube, and there's a big possibility that I've already checked to see if there's closed captioning before I left this comment. And even if I wasn't a vlogger, there's still a chance I checked for the captioning before I left this comment. There's no closed captioning on this video, I promise. And this is actually something that happened recently, and the person replied with, "I'm just trying to help. I thought that this would be better than nothing." When somebody leaves me or anybody else this comment, and it's happened before from even bigger YouTubers, I think if I'm trying to help somebody, I do try to make sure and check my possible answers a little bit before I actually insert my answer and give it to them. So I check to make sure that I'm a little bit right before I give it. And if I'm not sure, then I'll leave a note that says, "I'm not 100% sure, so, you know, maybe look it up yourself as well." So I know that when so-and-so tells me or anybody else to click that button and it'll just automatically give it to me, I know that this person has not actually looked at the stuff themselves. And that's when I say, automatic cRaptions are not captions. Automatic closed captioning is not closed captioning. And that's when I just asked politely, and I asked, have you actually looked at these things yourself? Because then if you had, you would know that it's completely nonsensical and it won't help me at all. Well, I just thought it was better than nothing. Okay, but answer my question. Have you actually tried it yourself? Have you muted the video? Just mute the video, read the automatic cRaptions, and let me know if you understand what this video is about. And then I never got a reply. In fact, I think the person actually deleted the entire comment thread, which is a little disappointing because I'm not trying to argue. I just want to, instead of me just saying those aren't captions, I'm trying to get people to look at them, pretend you're me, mute the video, or lower the volume significantly and look at it, and then you will see, you will have an actual experience that tells you that's not working. Now sometimes people will take screenshots of the automatic cRaptions and they post about it and then they laugh at it and laugh at how ridiculous that all sounds. Sometimes automatic cRaptions are really funny. I'll give that to you. They're funny. There's nothing wrong with laughing at ridiculous captions, but instead of just giggling at the ridiculousness of terrible automatic cRaptions, I'm thinking, why don't we just think about this a little bit more and think about those who need actual closed captioning, and just think about how this does not help. And just like I'm going to do in my workshop, I'm going to show you some examples of automatic captions. And I'm going to give you videos or examples from the videos of people that are going to VidCon, the featured creators just like me. And that means I could show you almost every single creator, at least one video per creator, but then that would just make this way too long. Let's start with the oh so popular Grace, who I think is a very nice person and can be hilarious. However, her stuff is not captioned. Here's an example from her What's Up My Butt challenge. Well, I'm here and I remembered Meow I Am Today. We're playing a game that is based on a challenge that exists on YouTube called But What's in My Mouth challenge. Now, I know she's done a What's in My Mouth challenge video, I'm pretty sure, but if somebody has not watched that video or doesn't know who Grace is, and this What's Up My Butt challenge was the first video somebody saw, this makes no sense whatsoever. And Grace not captioning her videos always kind of makes me giggle, because I find it a little bit ironic. Is that how you use this word in this situation? Let us continue. On page 71 in her book, The Art of Pretending to be a Grown-Up, and I have reviewed this and I mentioned it in that video. When she was younger, she did a few internships at MTV transcribing videos for My Super Sweet 16. So, you transcribe for an MTV show, why don't you or find somebody to transcribe your videos? And when you look at these automatic captions on her video, there is a Tumblr that actually transcribes every single video, and the Tumblr person and I have been trying to contact Grace on Twitter, tried to find an email, just, you know, offering to send these transcripts. So all Grace needs to do is upload them. The work's already done, she just needs to upload them because we don't know to log into her account. So that's gonna take some work. And then we have Smosh, who is a duo on YouTube that has 20 million subscribers. That's all I know. But Caption Action 2 has been trying to get me to do a separate video on Smosh, because Smosh is premiering a movie at VidCon the day before my workshop, unfortunately. And 20 million subscribers, and they don't caption their videos. So from the murder party, woman, so the mail on the mailman, okay, male woman just sounds weird, you're anyone. From worst sex ever behind the scenes, I think is in doubt about a future together because the fans are fickle ass. 1, that's not how you compliment your fans. 2, I don't know what that's actually supposed to say, I don't know what the audio says, but because the fans are fickle asses, not sound like something I would want to say or would want my video to say. So while I don't know if I can get Smosh to caption their movie for VidCon, hopefully that's gonna take some work. Hopefully I can get Smosh to caption their videos eventually. And then we have Amazing Phil, I destroy my house. 1 second caveman for dinosaurs, you can make a bet. That's like the very first line in that video. And I don't understand. And then I decided to mention this guy because he has mentioned almost every time he does a YouNow that the closed captioning on YouNow, or I'm sorry, the automatic closed captioning on YouNow is completely nonsensical and it's awful. But this guy does not close caption his videos at all, and that is Nathan, aka the Third Pew. I am a big fan of Nathan. I've been a fan of Nathan since the Sam Pepper call-out video, and I think a lot of people would enjoy his channel, but it's not accessible. Here's an example. With his newest video, do YouTubers have responsibility? Follow up as long, a crazy girl today is going to be quite heated, acre, lots eyes even. Nathan, I know you look at the automatic closed captioning on your YouNow. Can you please look at it on your own videos? This is why it is so important for your YouTubers to caption their videos. And while it can be a tedious process depending on how long your videos are, I know I did a 22-minute video that took 4 days. But if I, the deaf vlogger, can do it, hearing people, you can do it. And if you don't have time, there's many options. If you've got the money, you can pay to have them done for a very affordable price. You can get volunteers on Amra to do it. There's a thing on some YouTube channels that lets people contribute closed captioning. Or you can just simply ask people to email transcripts, which is what I'm doing for people who are subtitling my videos into Spanish or Portuguese or any other language that is not English. I mean, this time I'm showing you the proof. I am showing you examples of just nonsensical automatic closed captioning. If you mute these videos and then you watch them with those on, you can't understand the videos. Automatic captions are not better than nothing. They're really not, and that is proof. Yes, it may get some words right, it may get an entire sentence right, but when 95% of the video makes no sense, they're not better than nothing. So my plan now, of course, is to keep working on my workshop and to do the workshop. I've given you the info of when and where it is. Friday, July 24th, 3:30 to 4:30 at room 205. So come see me. And not only that, but I'm going to keep trying to email, tweet, and I think I'm going to try to handwrite a letter to every single featured creator, even if I've already done it. It's easy to delete an email. It's also easy to throw away a letter, but you do actually have to open up a handwritten letter and then look at it. So it's a little harder to miss than an email. Like I said in other videos related to my workshop, if you got ideas on what I can talk about in my workshop, feel free to leave them in the comments. I have a loose outline right now. I just got work to do. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.